Hello everyone, my name is Rahul and today's session is on the cloning of our call manager nodes, right? And before going to the sessions, let me give you the brief about myself. My name is Rahul Maurya and I'm having around 17 year of experience in industry, mainly on the call manager side, right? Along with that, I have some experience on the data networks, right? So this is the brief of myself and this session I have created for those who are working in a VMware environment as well as the call manager setups, and they are uh, they are moving their call manager nodes from one system to other systems. Like in some organizations, they have to upgrade their infrastructure, and for that they have to move their existing setups or existing call manager nodes to the new servers, right? In that case, this cloning will be very helpful. For example, might be you are aware of that earlier we were using UCS M4 series of systems, right? But now it is upgraded to M6, right? And if if your management asks you to move your old nodes to the new servers, so you can perform the cloning of your old CUCM nodes and move it to new CUCM servers, right? So uh, before these sessions, there is some prerequisites which I can say, like you must be having bit of experience on the vCenter side, ESXi side, as well as on VMware, but it's not that much necessarily. But yes, if you having that experience, that will be very helpful, right? So how we can clone it? I have taken the screenshot so that we can save our time. So first, you have to log into your vCenter and identify the ESXi machines where you have your current or running CUCM nodes, right? And that's what you want to clone it to the same server or some other server, right? And before cloning any of the call manager node, what you have to do, you have to shut down your running call manager nodes. For example, here you can see I'm shutting down one of my call manager nodes, and the commands I hope you will be familiar with, that is util system shutdown. So that commands you have to run on your call manager node so that it all the process gets shut down gracefully, and after that you can start your cloning. So this is the command util system shutdown, and once you hit the enter, it will ask you to execute it further or not, so you have to press yes. And after that it will take around some time. You have to continuously ping that server, right? So after 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you will see that this device is completely shut down. And after that, what you have to do, you have to just go on the, this is my vCenter, right? And this is my ESXi server. And if you can see over here, the green means that green arrow means that server is powered on, and the here you can see that green mark is not there, right? That means this node is on shutdown state, right? And that's what I was looking for to make it a clone of it, right? So just right click on this server, this node, go to the clone. This is the clone option, correct? And then here one more thing, why I ask you to shut down from the CLI of mode. There is other option. You can shut down that particular call manager from from here. I mean, just right click on this, and there's a power and power off, right? But you don't have to do a shutdown like this way, because it may cause some problem in the database of the call manager nodes, because all of a sudden you are just removing removing the power cable from your servers, right? So that is not required or not recommended, I can say. So the best way to shut down your call manager node is just run util system shutdown. That's all, right? And wait till you can see this without this icon, without green icon, right? So Once this node is down, you have to click on the clone, and then there's an option like clone to virtual machines. That is what we have to select, right? And clone to template. So there's other, if you have to deploy your call manager, means 5 or 10 call manager nodes, then in that case you can create the template. But here we are not making a we are not making new CUCM nodes. It's a existing one, and we are looking that all the configuration which are there in the current CUCM nodes, like all the phones, SIP trunk, gateways, and uh, and media resources, all which are present in the current setup, it should be moved to the other server, right? So that's what we are we are just choosing the first option, that is clone to the virtual machine, correct? And then a new window will pop up. I mean, then we have to follow the some pop-ups options. So first option, it will says that, well, just write the name of your call manager nodes which you are cloning. So I have mentioned the clones UCM, right? And you have to select the folder. That folder, if you have some experience on the vCenter, then you can identify what does it mean folder. Folder is a place where I mean, a place our ESXi nodes, right? So you have to select that, and after that you have to select the resource. Resource mean the ESXi machine. For example, in my lab, I have two ESXi, correct? And I'm looking to deploy that new ESXi cloned version on this server. So I have selected this one, and then next I have to click next, and then it will ask me to select the storage, right? And you can see two storage on that ESXi server. So ideally, uh, I have defined two storage, and that is nomenclature as a data store in ESXi world. So uh, we have to select the storage, which data store my clone will be placed. So let's say I have selected the first one, because I'm seeing that the free space is around 800 GB. So that's what I have selected the first, or I have all my call manager nodes on the data store one, right? That's how I have configured, and all of my ESXi and all other things are in the data store, other data store, right? So it depends upon your organization's setup, like how they have configured it, right? Then there is, once you collect next, it will ask you to select the clone option, right? And here you can see some options that customize the operating system. If you need to update the operating system, you can do that also, but we are not looking for that. And then the customized virtual machines hardware. For example, if you need to increase RAM or hard disk of your machines, you can perform that also. And then power on the virtual machine after cloning, right? So as of now, I'm not looking any of this feature. So I just uncheck. By default it's unchecked, so you don't have to check that, depends upon your requirement, right? I would suggest to not to check any of the options. Let's get the things created, then you can power it on, right? And then you have to click on finish. So once you finish that, it will means give the final summarizations what you have done so far. So lab, you have mentioned the lab as sub, virtual machine name, folder, host name, data store, and the disk storage, right? So all the information which you have selected, that will come in the final step. Once you click on the next, you will see the progress in the progress bar in the your vCenter, that how much it is get completed and how much pending, right? The percentage of the completion, right? So ideally once you perform this type of cloning, if you are cloning the nodes on the same server, right? So it will not take much time, but also depends upon the size of your call manager nodes, right? Because the data is transferring from one disk to the other disk in the same hardware, correct? So, and on the other side, if you are transferring this CUCM nodes or cloning this CUCM node to other server and that is far away, for example, if you are in India and you are cloning your CUCM node to the US based ESXi server, right? So so the data transfer will be depends upon on your network. So network should be good, right? Otherwise it will take some time. It's transferring the data from India to a US based ESXi server. So all of the things you should have to keep in mind, because whenever you perform this change you should be aware of the timing also, so that you can raise your change request or you can plan your changes accordingly, right? So that should be on in your mind before making any change things, right? So after that you will see this node is created, and what you have to do, you have to just power it on, just right click on that node, correct? And there's an option power on, right? So that's how you can clone your CUCM nodes, right? If you have any questions or any understanding required, just comment your questions, or if you need these presentations, just share your email ID. I will share all the information over there, right? So I hope this session will be informative for you, because sometimes it's not necessarily or you have learned these things from your environment. Might be you are doing some other way, right? Of cloning, not cloning, but moving your hardware from one place to other place, right? So so that's what there are an n number of options you can choose, must which should best suited for your organizations, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe this channel so that I can make our more sessions on the call managers notes. That will be boost for me. Thank you so much. Bye.